Hello, welcome to another episode on UCH. Woo! And today I have my best friend, Regina, with me. Whoa!
Yay! Hello.
Yes, hi. So we'll be talking about cryptocurrency, and it's a topic that we kind of just confirmed last night.
Yeah,
And I
last
asked her
night
to come down
at 11
at 11
p.m.
and we still have a call after that to plan this.
Only 30 minutes.
Can we even say that?
I think so lah.
We planned it today also.
Yes, you did.
Okay, yes. So why are we talking about cryptocurrency today? Well, firstly, it's because we couldn't find an interesting culturally topic to talk about in our podcast. So we last minute asked Regina to join us to talk about this.
Ooh.
But also because crypto is, like what we said earlier, is developing. It is being held by a lot of people are in this. That it is something that has the potential to grow in like the near future. I mean, how it turns out to be, we don't know, but definitely something good.
Yes.
And not good, but something that we should all be aware of.
Yeah. Because I think it's here to stay.
Oh. Okay, so but before we talked about the topic, which is cryptocurrency, we're just gonna tell everyone about our friendship and what we've been doing lately.
Great.
So what have you been up to?
I've been diving. So I think 2 weeks ago, I went to Pulau Hantu to dive. Okay, I didn't even know it's called Ghost Island until after that.
Wait, that's a Singapore island?
Yeah, it's a Singapore island. So after I went there and we did our diving, a full day of diving, and then after that I googled what Pulau Hantu stand for, and it was like Ghost Island. I was like, whoa. I was lucky. We were lucky.
What? Okay.
I mean, the waters were really murky.
Oh yeah, but it's so funny because you went with Xing Ping, right?
Yes, I did.
And I was having dinner with our team on Saturday night, and then Winnie was telling me that because Xing Ping is her very good friend, and then Winnie was telling me, say, oh, Xing Ping said that the diving was so awesome. She saw like coral reefs and everything. And then in my mind, I was thinking, really? But that's so different from what Regina told me.
Yeah.
Because?
I guess it's perhaps maybe Xing Ping didn't share the photos.
Because the water was very dirty.
Yeah, the water was very dirty. It was very murky. It was muddy. You literally can't really see your fingers if you stretch out. You can't really see them. You have to like put them close to you in order to really see your 5 fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, and we only saw 2 fishes.
The whole, how long was that? 2 hours.
For I think we were there at 8 a.m. and until 4 p.m. and throughout the whole dive we only saw 2 fishes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you sent me the photographs, right? And then I was hearing Winnie retell the thing. I was like, what? But it's very different from the pictures I saw also. Anyway, so that's that.
Yeah.
But for me, one thing interesting was over the weekend I get to vote for our panda's name. Woo!
Oh yeah, this is my like 5th time hearing it.
Yeah, because I asked Regina to vote, right? She just didn't want.
I don't want to.
She just doesn't want to vote for our baby panda's name.
I don't see any value add in it.
Why?
It's just nothing.
Our whole CG was so excited. Like all the CGs like, yay, we're gonna vote for the panda's name.
Okay.
Okay.
We can move on to the next topic.
Okay, but anyway, Regina has a bias for sea animals.
Yes.
She doesn't love land animals. That's why she don't want to vote for the panda's name.
Yes, that's true. I'm biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right?
No, it's supposed to love all creation.
Okay. Maybe I'll repent about it tonight.
Okay, can. Yeah. Oh, okay. We thought we should tell you guys a little bit about our friendship, right? So how long have we known each other?
I think 15 years, yes. Because we did the TikTok the other day and I was trying to figure out like
15 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been long.
Yeah. So we have known each other for a very, very long time. And we have been just interestingly always end up in the same group somehow, like in secondary school, in uni, we were in the same group as well. So we are very similar in a lot of ways.
But also very different.
Very different in many ways, we should say, right?
Yeah.
How are we very different?
I guess the most obvious one is the polar and sun bear thing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Where I am a polar bear, and then
You are polar bear?
wait. I'm
No,
a
you are sun
sun bear.
bear.
I'm sorry.
You are
Yes.
super sun bear. Super.
Yeah, I love the sun. Like today, for example, it was so rainy. I was at home. I was telling my sister, I cannot concentrate because it's so rainy. And she was like, this is my perfect weather. I was like, okay. Then she was telling me, I don't belong to Singapore. Okay, anyway. So
Yeah. Oh man. Should I just say it all? So every time when I go staycation with you, the
yeah.
room is so warm. It feels like I'm stepping into a sauna room every time.
Like no difference, right? Inside, outside.
No, actually it's worse inside.
What?
Because you don't open the windows
I
and then it's
don't.
closed and then you set the temperature super high. Or perhaps you don't even on aircon.
No, I
Sometimes.
do.
No, you don't. You like it so moist and warm. I'm like, I don't even know how you sleep in it. Yeah, so yes, so I will always get to boss you around.
No, so we will go to bed, right? Like we will stay and then we'll go to bed. And then I'll get too cold, I'll wake up. And then I'm like, Regina, I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn off the aircon, okay? At least I will still say, even though you're asleep, I will still ask.
Did you?
Yes!
Okay.
Then after I'll turn it up. And then I'll go to bed.
And then I'll wake up and then I'm like, why is the aircon so hot? And then I'll turn it down.
Yeah, correct. But you still you win every other most of the time.
I give you the blanket. That's what the blanket is for.
We share the blanket, what? What do you mean?
I give you a little bit more.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So that's that.
Yeah.
We are very different in that Regina loves to boss people.
Actually,
I also like to boss people.
You used to be the one bossing me around.
Yes, we were talking about
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
When we are younger, I used to boss you around.
Yeah.
Do I do that? Do I sound so unreasonable?
Yes, you were. You were the bossy one. I remember.
I'm not the bossy one. I'm the boss.
Okay. Yes.
Like
same lah.
yeah,
Same.
okay.
Same.
Anyway, so
Yes.
but then
But right now we are both the boss, but I'm the bossy one, right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. We are very different in our I don't know music.
Yeah.
Similar, same, but different.
Not really. All the songs that you share with me, I don't really like, and all the songs I share with you, you find it too old school.
Yeah, I find it too old school.
Okay, because I like, those that have certain rhythm, melody, a certain kind lah.
Like a old school beat. I mean, like a certain beat.
Okay, fine, old school beat, but I think it's so rich and there's more like soul in it. No?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. Different frequencies. Like how I can't understand you like rap because I can't even decipher what they're trying to say. Unless I go and read the lyrics.
Yeah, which I do.
But I don't, so
it's also the music, it feels very upbeat.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so that's that. And we will get to our topic, which is cryptocurrency. Woo!
Yay!
Okay, so to start things off, right, cryptocurrency is pretty interesting and there's a lot of things about it, right? So there's a lot of recent years development surrounding crypto that's been very interesting. Like we were saying that a lot of churches actually recently allow their people to be able to give in crypto.
Yeah.
Like Mosaic,
for example. Yeah, then I think there's another church I know in Vietnam. There's also accepting crypto in the form for tithe and offering.
What?
Yeah.
So they have to open a crypto account, right? Like the church.
Yeah, they have to have basically a wallet to store the crypto lah. Yeah, where people can send the crypto to this e-wallet. Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess the world is changing really fast.
So then also cryptocurrency currently has 3 million market cap, right? And what does that mean?
Trillion.
Trillion
market cap. I think it's still considerably small compared to the market cap of, like, let's say the New York Stock Exchange, which is, I think, just now I Googled, it's about 26 trillion. But 3 trillion is pretty big if you think about it. Yeah, because I think we've come a long way. I think earlier this year or last year, it was only at 2 trillion.
Oh.
Yeah. So
it grew by a trillion?
Yeah.
In 2021?
Perhaps maybe, I'm not sure exactly, but about there. I think the last I knew or the last I went to crypto and really study about it, it was 2 trillion only, the market cap. But now it's already 3 trillion as of, I think, yesterday.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is cryptocurrency all about?
Oof, it's a $1 million question. No, okay. So cryptocurrency or like crypto in short, is basically a digital currency that you can use to buy goods and services. So you actually have to exchange real money, which is like your fiat, in for crypto. So after you have this crypto, then you can use it to actually, purchase services, uh, perform transactions, etc.
Okay, so the last I read, right, is that I don't know whether it's accurate, but there are 4,000 over cryptocurrency, like type of cryptocurrencies. And basically anyone can start a crypto coin.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty freaky, right? Yes. So I think it's right now almost like 13,000, if I remember correctly from what I
What?
read. Yes.
13,000?
Yeah, but of course not all are like there's value to it as of now. Only some of them have probably their value have probably dropped to close to zero. Yeah. So yes, anyone can create their own coin. So we actually call this initial coin offering, ICO. So it's actually similar to the concept of how, when companies wants to be listed on the stock
They
exchange.
do an IPO?
Yeah, which is the initial public offering. So it's a similar concept. It's just that for ICO, basically anyone can do it. Like me and you, the next moment within an hour, we
And you
can
can be
just
anonymous,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You can be anonymous and you can just go online and just set up your own token and start raising money and start selling your token.
And how do they raise money or get people to buy into their currency?
I think it's a lot of marketing actually. So there's one thing that every ICO will have, which is they have this thing called a white paper. So a white paper is basically something like a business prospectus, some sort. So it basically outlays, what is the utility of the coin? What can you use the token or the coin for? What are the tokenomics is basically token plus economics. So basically, what is the supply of the token? How is the mechanism of the token being distributed or allocated? Then they also will outline basically what is the company's plan. So what are you going to do with the money? Because in order to convince people to give you their fiat or their real money in exchange for crypto, what are you going to use the money to do? So most of the time, this this group of people, we call them the developers, they actually take the money and they enhance the technology, they enhance or they create some form of advancement in the technology, which we'll talk about later, which is blockchain. And they just basically lay out a timeline of like how are they going to execute their plan. So some of them, the technology that they talk about in the white paper may not have even existed yet. It's just buying into a whole idea, a whole concept. They're basically selling you a idea, a concept.
Okay.
Yeah. And so of course the white paper they also list who's the team, like who are the people behind, the guys behind this development.
So people will look at it and then they see whether they want to buy in and then they exchange real money for that currency that they are offering.
Yeah, but I think a lot of time also they do a lot of marketing. So for example, there's a lot of Reddit forum, you go viral, they will start to garner public's attention through a lot of like marketing, which is like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc. So they actually you can actually, I think I was watching some YouTube video about how to create a scam coin.
Scam coin?
Yes. So this guy was teaching people how to create your own coin within 30 minutes. And
why is he not banned and cancelled?
ask YouTube.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but basically, I think in this whole video, he was talking about how you can actually pay money to buy Reddit posts, so as to boost, viewership for your coin, etc. So, yeah, I guess it's a scary world out there.
Yeah, so you were saying about utility, which we will talk about it later on, right? Which is the different usage of the coin. But you were saying blockchain. So explain to us, how does crypto transactions works?
Okay. Oh, let me try.
Yes.
Okay, so cryptocurrency is basically like a digital token. So the existence of every cryptocurrency is backed by this technology called blockchain.
Okay.
So blockchain is basically is basically a decentralized kind of database of all transactions across a network of computer systems on the blockchain.
Mm.
Okay, so what happened is that each block in this chain, it contains a number of transactions. So every time a new transaction occurs on the blockchain, a record is being added.
Okay.
So the decentralized ledger is pretty cool because basically, for example, if today I decide to buy a Bitcoin,
Mm.
basically every participant or every person who have access to, who is part of this network of blockchain, they will be notified of my transaction.
So blockchain is the system that holds up all the
Yes,
it's how it works, right? For all crypto coins.
yes. So all crypto coins function or is built upon a blockchain technology.
Okay. So they'll be notified.
They'll be notified, and so I think the key feature of blockchain is basically it is immutable. Meaning that any validated record is irreversible and it cannot be changed, you cannot tamper with it. So basically, in order to actually corrupt a blockchain system or to hack into a blockchain, you actually have to change every block in the chain across all the recorded version. So you literally have to trace back all the way to the first block. So actually, this means that it actually makes this entire system very secure, very safe, because you probably need to be a super intelligent hacker or something like that to be able to hack into the blockchain itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas compared to, I think nowadays, even banks, our data, the way that it's being stored, it can be easily tampered with. So I think, so another thing is that how blockchain work is that it functions on people having to validate this transaction. So who are these people that, or why are they incentivized to actually validate every transaction on this blockchain? It's because every time they validate a transaction by solving this very complex mathematical problem and stuff like that, they get rewarded with newly minted coins.
Oh.
Yeah.
So explain to us what is minting and what is mining.
Okay, so minting and mining is, I would say, it's around the same thing.
Okay.
But basically is that every time a transaction is being validated, you need to incentivize the person who validate the transaction. You need to reward them. So the system or the whole technology will automatically reward them by issuing them a coin.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is their form of minting. So that's how coins are being so-called minted or being mined. So I think what we hear about in news is Bitcoin mining. So Bitcoin mining is basically you validate transactions. The more transactions you validate, the more coins you get.
Okay, understand. So how different is cryptocurrency with, say, investment in stocks?
Oh, I think it is actually very different. So I think the most important distinction is actually between stocks and crypto is what you're actually buying into or what you're purchasing. So for example, when you buy a stock, it actually represents like a percentage of ownership or equity in a company.
Correct.
So you have certain entitlements like voting rights or a portion of the company's profits in terms of dividends when the company issue out dividends, etc. So there is some form of legal rights, and your stock, there's an underlying asset, which is the company itself. Whereas I think for crypto, it's completely different. So most of the cryptocurrency that are very popular right now, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they are actually not backed by any physical or hard assets in the real world.
No physical company.
Yes. Not say company, but no asset. So for example, it's not backed by gold or anything or sort. So of course, there are other form of cryptocurrency like stablecoin, security tokens, which basically have some form of physical asset in the real world. Is being backed by some physical asset, but we're not going to that.
Okay.
Yeah. But so the main thing is that for crypto, when you own a cryptocurrency, you do not actually necessarily have a legal stake in the organization that is issuing the token. So you can buy the token, but it does not mean that you can have the rights to the dividend. It does not mean that you can actually have any voting power also.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, Bitcoin, there's actually, I think the reason why some people are like skeptics of it is because there's actually no economic fundamentals underlying. So for example, when you buy in the company, you look at their profit and loss, you look at their
Correct.
income statement, you look
Yeah.
at how they're doing, what's their revenue generating model. But there's no such thing in the crypto world for now.
Okay. No
Company,
matrix for
yes,
you to,
yeah, no,
except for the white paper that you were talking about.
yeah, but even the white paper, none of them, I mean, so far for all the white paper they've come across, none of them have published their financial statements. They will just tell you,
Oh.
I need to raise this money, this is what's going to happen, how much of this money is going to where. For example, 15% will go to marketing, 15% will go into the development of this technology, etc.
But they're not accountable to their
Yes.
so-called stakeholders. How are they performing?
Yeah, they're not accountable at all. So for
Okay.
example, if you buy a stock, it's being regulated
Mm.
by the government bodies. And of course, they have to be audited for sure. So of
Yep.
course, a lot of companies, in order to be listed on the stock exchange, have to go through very stringent audit requirements. But there's no such thing in the crypto. Like zero. So you can't audit the company, you can't audit the developers, you can't audit the founders of the people who are issuing the coin. Basically, you have no idea whether it's
Yeah.
legitimate.
Okay.
All you can buy into is the story or the idea or the concept that they're selling, and you hope that the technology that they promise to deliver will happen.
So why are there so many people that is for it or believe in crypto?
I think crypto is
If
like
that's the
a
case.
utopian kind of world. In a way. So I think, okay, so let's go back to Bitcoin, how it started. So Bitcoin is very interesting because it was started by this pseudonym called what's it? Satoshi.
Anonymous person
Yeah,
called.
this anonymous person. Okay, wait, I'm trying to recall him. But anyway, it's
Yes. That sounds like a Japanese name.
yes, it's a Japanese name. Oh no,
Right.
why I can't?
Satoshi Nakamoto?
Yes, Satoshi
Okay.
Nakamoto. Yes,
Yes.
correct. So basically, it was started back in 2008. So we don't know exactly whether it's an individual or group.
Right.
And so one Bitcoin back then was, I think, a few cents, not even 1 cent.
Yes.
And now it's like 60, 70,000 USD per coin.
Yeah, I read this story about this guy, right? Back in a few years ago, he like threw away the hard drive that has his wallet and coins inside. And then after the Bitcoin shot up, he was like frantically trying to appeal to go and find his hard drive back. But yeah, anyway.
Oh no, poor dude. Okay. So I guess the whole idea of why they created that currency, Bitcoin, in the first place is they wanted to basically allow transaction to be unregulated. So that means when you so cryptocurrency right now is basically not regulated by any central bank, is not controlled by any banks or any governments or any law.
regulations.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically anyone can send a cryptocurrency to basically anyone in the world without the need for any third party intermediary or institution.
There are no fees and all that.
Yeah, I mean there are fees, but
The platforms.
it's a lot way cheaper than traditional banking. So for example, if today I want to send, I don't know, I want to send US dollar to the States, it could take me. It's probably not immediate. It could take about a couple hours or a day. The bank will have to do some, like, perhaps if you're transacting a huge amount, they'll do some KYC, check your background, make sure you're not doing some money laundering kind of stuff. But there's just no such thing in crypto. So if I want to send crypto Bitcoin to someone in the United States, I could do it within a split second. And the thing about crypto is that it's kind of functioning almost like anonymous. So you're recognized based on your wallet. Your wallet, it's attached to this key, like we call it a key. So basically, I can just send you money as long as I know your key to your wallet. Send you crypto. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't need to verify your identity at all.
Okay.
So yes, you can trace back in terms of blockchain allows crypto to be in such a way it's transparent because everyone knows whenever a transaction has occurred. But the key is you only know which wallet it went to. You're not able to trace down to the person identity itself. So I guess that's
okay. Scary part.
Scary, but I guess there's also pros to it in some ways, I guess.
Yep. So that's the pros, right? But what are the cons with transacting in crypto?
I think for now, I think the most common downside of crypto is that it's still very susceptible to scam and fraud because it's highly unregulated. It's not regulated by any government bodies, right? So, for example, I think the recent biggest scam that was being reported is the Squid Coin.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah. So basically, Squid Coin is based off this famous, popular Netflix.
The Squid Game?
Yes, the Squid Game. So the interesting part is that, so I think within a few days, like I think less than 5 days, it actually rose from a few cents to, at its peak, was 2,800 a coin.
What?
Yeah. And then the next moment, it crashed and it went zero. So it was my
But
first
next
time.
moment is like, what, the next hour?
Yeah, within the next hour, it just went
1
all the way
hour?
down. It was like a straight line. You could see the graph, you know,
It's
it
a
went
straight line up.
up and then a straight line down. Yeah. So it was actually a scam to begin with because what's very interesting about this coin is that the developers actually developed the token in such a way that you can buy in, but you cannot sell the token. So the only people who could sell were the developers themselves.
Wait, so people buy in without knowing or what?
They bought it because there was a lot of hype around it.
I know, but they know that they can't sell it.
I guess a lot of them, from what I read articles, is that they bought it and then they realized that they couldn't sell it.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then it's just like, because it was such a...
So the developer just emptied.
Yes, they just basically...
They took the profit.
Took the profit,
And
ran
the
away with a
coin.
few millions of dollars. And then the people who bought into the coin, they're left with the coin, which are basically now worthless. Close to zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they designed the algorithm to work such that you could buy the coin but you couldn't sell.
Yes.
Oh my.
And then how much did they make off this scam?
I think less than 5 million.
Oh, but it's still a lot of money.
Is
Yes.
one coin 2.9%, 2900% though? 2,900, right?
Yeah,
From a few
yeah,
cents.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, go on. Tell us more.
Yeah, that's it already.
No, but I want to know, right? Why is it that, because you were saying that how blockchain works is that it's an open ledger.
Yeah.
Everyone can see the transaction and
Yes.
everyone can see where the money goes, right? Okay, not money, but like where the coin goes, right? So isn't it hard for people to hack if that's the case? You know, like if I hack your wallet,
Yeah.
in the open ledger, shouldn't I be able to be detectable?
Yes, technically you are detectable, but this is not really a case of like they're hacking because the
Yeah, 'cause
developers...
they didn't hack, right?
Yeah, they are the developers themselves. They develop this token.
Right.
I sell it to you.
Right.
Then you buy it. And then eventually I run away with the money.
So they can see that all the coins goes to the developer. They know that.
No, basically you are buying, when you buy the cryptocurrency, the money, you're exchanging fiat.
Oh, right.
So the money goes to the
right,
developer.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but then they discovered they cannot sell. So
Yes.
immediately the technical value of it dropped to zero because no one wants to buy. Is it?
So basically what happened is that when it hit 2,800, developers basically sold all their coins that they had.
The developers sold
So all
the
their coins. So based on demand and supply, the value of the coin
went
goes to
down.
zero.
Yeah. It's a bit...
And the developers are anonymous.
Yeah. Oh, no. Actually, the developers, because before you list a coin, you actually have to do this white paper thing. So they
Right.
have to tell the world who they are.
Yeah.
But apparently, if you do your due diligence well, you will try to Google about these developers and you realize that their LinkedIn profile are nearly non-existent.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
but if you don't and you buy into this whole FOMO thing and the hype thing and you bought into it, then yeah, there you go.
Okay, but wait, but technically
Oh.
if you are designers of a blockchain, right, you have enough know-how that you could easily scam people because you could fake your online profiles, right?
Yes, you could.
So it is quite easy to get a scam.
yes.
Yes, it's super easy
So
to get scammed.
Bitcoin is, or rather blockchain or crypto is secure if it's in the ideal sense where we can see every transaction on the ledger is safe, but it is
Yes.
not immune to scamming because
it's
the
not.
people behind it are that smart that they could create online fake stuff, right?
Yes, they could.
Okay, got it.
And because it's not regulated, so every coin is different, right? What you say, how it works is different. And if they
Yes,
don't
every
know what
coin
they're
is...
buying into,
Yeah.
then they may end up with a really big problem.
Yeah. So for example, we have to continue?
Yeah.
So for example, Bitcoin, right? Why people buy Bitcoin is because it is a form of store of wealth.
Okay. What does that
So
mean?
basically, I'm just buying Bitcoin as though I'm buying like gold. So in the crypto world, Bitcoin is like gold
Why?
because right now it is one of the most popular cryptocurrency. Has the biggest market cap, and eventually it will become the legal tender in most countries. So for example, Tesla is right now, I think, yes and
Holding
no.
quite a
Yeah, I mean they're
significant.
allowing Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, they
To
do.
buy for their goods and services. So eventually, I think the idea about why the whole Bitcoin is rising is also because it's scarce. So I think if I remember correctly, there's only 21 million Bitcoin in the entire in the whole circulation.
Yep.
So basically, what happens is that I think up till now, if I'm correct, there's about maybe 18 million Bitcoin that have already been minted.
Yes.
So there's only 3 million left.
Yeah.
But every coin can be broken down to 12 decimal. So you can literally
own like 0.0000 like that.
Yeah, so if you have SGD 100, you could buy a fraction of Bitcoin. Oh yeah, so that's another pro of cryptocurrency,
Which is
it can be broken down to a fraction.
of 12 parts.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let me just say this. So also the thing you were saying that is that everyone has a wallet, right? And
Yeah.
a key to the wallet, right?
Yes.
And the person is anonymous. Because I
Yes.
read somewhere that if you forget your key,
Yes.
you literally cannot access, your wallet is considered like gone.
Yeah.
And the money in your wallet is also considered gone. So out of
Yes.
that 21, is it? 21 million?
Yeah.
18 million is minted, but there's like a not significant, but like a small fraction that is considered like loss.
Yes, correct.
Because people forgot their wallet.
Yeah.
Or people pass away without passing the wallet to someone else.
Yes, it's correct. It's true.
Okay. So if you forget your keys, there's
Yeah.
no way to get it back.
Yes, no way.
Okay, people who really cannot remember passwords.
Yeah, you shouldn't. That's why I guess a lot of people, once they have the key, they really spend a lot of money to buy, hard drive to store the key. So another thing is that some wallets can also be hacked into.
Actually, I don't really understand how do someone hack into an open ledger that everyone can see. You know that concept?
Oh, it's a really technical issue.
Yeah, it's a technical question.
I'm also trying to wrap my head around it, but I guess I know Ethereum, the second largest blockchain, got hacked into before, and then the developers managed to kind of like trace back or something and
rehack the hackers?
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, it's a whole tech thing that I'm still very new to.
Okay, got it. But apparently
it is possible.
Okay, security is an issue.
Security is an issue. The crypto space is very, very unregulated.
Even with the more established like coins, like say Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's still an issue.
I think
Would you say that it's safer for those coins as compared to say other coins?
I think depends on how you define safer. I think safer in the sense that you can be assured that probably Bitcoin, Ethereum will not drop to zero in value the next day.
But you're not immune to hacks.
Yes, you're not immune.
Okay.
I think the blockchain technology itself is still susceptible to all this.
Okay, wait, but it's not really an issue like what you say. It's very rare, right?
Yes,
but the one
rare.
that is more hackable you're talking about is the wallet. It's access to the wallet, a person's wallet, not necessarily
the Bitcoin
the
technology.
coin, the
Correct.
technology itself.
Correct.
Right?
No, it's the wallet.
Okay, so explain the wallet.
So what I know of is that actually hackers, okay, if they want to target your wallet, they will actually trick you to kind of like do a modification or a replacement.
Okay.
So it's something like they will try to steal your keys.
Right.
Yeah. So
and
I don't
access your wallet?
Yeah, steal your keys. So once they've accessed your keys, because that key is unique.
Yeah.
It's I think 18 or 24 digit.
Okay.
So it's unique. Every wallet has a unique key.
Okay.
So once that key is being replicated or stolen, they've accessed your cryptocurrency.
And they can transfer that
Yes, to another wallet.
But you can trace which wallet they trace.
You can trace, but you can't run to any government or any bodies to report about it. It's just
Right.
too bad. You know?
Okay, so
So
basically,
wait, can I ask a question? So for example, Squid Game, the problem is because it's not regulated, now no one can go after the scammers.
yeah,
Yes, no one.
Zero?
Zero.
because they wrote it that way, which is people can put it money in, but they can't
Yeah,
take it
correct.
out.
But that means no government will try to find the person and hunt
No,
them down.
Cannot.
No,
Wow.
they can't.
Yeah.
It's completely unregulated.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the hackers, how it works is like Facebook hacking, like they send a link and then you click on it to change your password, something like that. And then they get
Honestly,
access to your password, like your key.
honestly, I don't really know how is it because
Okay,
yeah, but I guess there are people who have fallen for such scams, so their keys get stolen, and yeah, there goes all the cryptocurrency in their wallet because it gets transferred immediately to another wallet. Yeah,
Okay, so back to the Squid Coin, right? You were saying that they designed the coin in such a way that people can invest and then they
yeah, they can
can't
buy, but they cannot
they
sell.
cannot sell, right? So does that link to the utility of the coin? Meaning, you were saying utility, that different coins have different usage.
I think it's somewhat linked. So from what I read, is that the developers actually designed this coin in such a way you need to buy the coin, and in order to kind of maybe sell it, you have to play a game.
Okay.
Yeah, but the problem is they ran away before developing the game
What?
or something like that. So basically, they said that, oh, we can't do it, and they just left the project.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. So the utility of the coin is
was
to
to be
play a
used to
game.
play in a game,
And
which
then-
could probably earn you more. Because
Okay.
there are cryptocurrencies out there. For example, I think the most popular right now is Axie Infinity.
All right.
So it's a game which allows you to play and earn cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So basically, you just go into the game, you breed some avatar looking creature,
Okay.
and then after that, you can sell it for
On where?
cryptocurrency. People who are playing the game will buy it. So, I mean, you remember last time Maple Story?
Okay. Yeah.
How people will sell their account
Yes.
or sell their avatar, so to speak.
Yep.
It's basically the same thing here. You buy an
Transact.
Axie and then you breed it and then you trade among players.
Right.
Yeah, in the world of crypto.
So
Yeah.
what are the risks? Especially
Oh.
people who are like, I don't know, maybe they're jumping on the bandwagon because it's like cryptocurrency, they need what risks do they need to really be aware of?
Oh, I think we covered earlier,
Yep.
which is which is they are susceptible to fraud, scam, security is a huge issue still. And I think another thing is it's very volatile.
Yeah.
So for example, like your coin could be could go to the moon. They always like say you can fly to the moon one day and then you can crash the next day. Because it's literally most of the coins are not backed by any real asset in the world. So there's no definite way to actually really value or put a number to the coin. So you can't perform like, I think in traditional, we always like do fundamental analysis, try to project, how profitable the company will be in 10 years from now, and therefore determine whether you should buy the stock because it will appreciate in value.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing for crypto.
So it's volatile even for, like, say, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for example, I think the recent spike in Bitcoin, it went up again by
Yeah.
a lot is because of the news, which I think they recently launched this Bitcoin ETF.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think a couple of months back when it went deep, it was also due to
News.
news. For example, Elon Musk saying that he doesn't want to accept Bitcoin for Tesla. There was one point, right? He said that,
Yes,
right? And then
yes.
it dipped.
It did.
So actually it's very volatile. It's a lot of speculation at this point still, unfortunately.
Yeah, which I wanted to say that because
Yeah.
basically there isn't any analysis to help guide an investor
Yes.
to
Yeah.
to decide when is a good time to buy,
Yeah.
and also how much should I be putting into a crypto portfolio.
Yes. As in you can't predict the price. to put it simply, is human behavior that is, really driving the value of the coin.
Yeah.
When they see news and they get affected by it and they think that the price will go up, then they buy into it and then it drives the value of the coin further. And I think the reason why I think it's safe enough kind of to say that Bitcoin will not crash is because right now, right, Bitcoin is so widely, held by so many people. It's unlikely that a majority, like 10%, will start selling Bitcoin. Yeah, and then the value will start to plunge. It's very unlikely.
So we're gonna move on to another topic, which is NFT.
Yes.
What is NFT and is it a cryptocurrency?
All right. So NFT basically stands for non-fungible token. So NFT for short. So it's not really a cryptocurrency like a coin. Like for example, Bitcoin, it can be like your gold or your USD, which you can exchange.
A digitalized currency.
A digital coin kind of thing. But NFT is actually unique and cannot be replaced. So most of the time, NFT is, for example, a digitalized artwork. So it could be an image, a video, a 3D model, or a sound or music. So basically, you are digitalizing that and you are providing a unique identity to it.
Okay.
So that you're preventing it from being copyrighted.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think another question that a lot of people ask is like, okay, so NFT is like, for example, a digital image that you can Google simply and then you can just see an image and I just screenshot lah. So, why would I pay money to it for it? Yeah. Like why would I pay money for artwork that is easily accessible on Google, right? So the value of NFT actually comes from this thing called the proof of ownership. Okay, so just to put it simply is, for example, Mona Lisa painting.
Yeah.
You can replicate the painting, right? Anybody, a really artistic or talented person can draw a similar Mona Lisa. But the real value of Mona Lisa lies in the original painting itself.
Yeah, the original piece.
Yes, so and the same thing is that for an NFT, yes, you can replicate a digital image, but the real value ultimately lies in the original artwork itself. The original digital artwork.
The creator.
Yes,
the guy who did it.
That is attached to this token. That's combined together, so to speak. So you're basically combining a token with a digital asset, and therefore you are trying to say that I own this thing.
Right.
So if let's say, someone comes up to you and say like, oh, I own this Mona Lisa picture, they will say, can you show me the token, so to speak, that's attached to it?
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
To verify the authenticity.
Yes.
Like if it's the original one.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So for example, I mean, if you buy something, you wouldn't know whether it's original or fake. So how do you tell whether it's original or fake? So NFT provides that function.
Okay, so why would people pay like crazy amount of money? Right? Because you were telling me, like what that piece, which one? Is it King Kong or something?
Cyberkong.
Cyberkong that costs how much?
Cyberkong or CryptoCom? I'm so confused now. I think the last I heard was cost 20,000 USD.
20,000 USD.
But you need to hear, okay, so because you're a cat fan, right? So do you know that actually I think the first users of NFT was actually in a game called Crypto Kittens. Crypto Kitties, sorry.
It's a game, okay.
Yes, so basically it actually allow users to breed virtual kittens.
Right.
And then they can sell it.
Right, and that is an NFT?
Yes, a kitten is an NFT.
Right.
See, remember it can be a digitalized form of anything. It can be an image, it can be a 3D model, it can be a 3D kind of avatar thing that in the game. Yeah. So apparently I think there was one crypto kitty that was being sold for 170,000
USD.
Yeah, I know, right? Mind blowing, right?
Wait, people pay in cash or people pay in crypto?
They pay in crypto.
Okay, but it's worth 170,000 USD. Right.
And I think the crazy part is right now the whole hype about NFTs is that I think there are a lot of NFTs that are being transacted for millions of dollars, and it's just like a digital art.
Yeah, which blows my mind because I go, why?
It blows my mind too. I can't understand
people
also.
buy? I don't know. I mean, yes, it's a piece of art, but Is it really an art?
Honestly, I really don't know, but I think I was hearing some person talking about it, and it was saying that imagine next time, okay, if let's say our world really moves to the metaverse, so to speak. So metaverse is basically a digital world that allows people to communicate, and you know, of course, we've show up in some avatar kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I think what they say is that envision a world where next time, for example, you will be able to be in you can enter to this VR virtual reality world,
In the
digital world,
metaverse,
in the
okay.
metaverse, so to speak. And then you can enter into, let's say I go into your house.
Yeah.
And you start to show off to me all your assets.
Right.
And all your assets are actually NFTs.
Oh,
which is
okay.
digitalized asset. So for example, you say, hey, look at this crypto kitty I have. And then you go, oh wow, you paid 170,000 for it. They will know.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a way to show off like kind of what
Right.
you own in the digital world.
Okay. Yeah, because you were telling me that you can apparently buy land and people
Yeah,
pay a lot of money to buy it. Not
Yeah,
physical land, but virtual,
millions of dollars.
virtual land, millions of dollars, virtual land in the metaverse.
Yeah, I think Decentraland or the Sandbox. So basically, you buy land, you build your own house. I think I heard that you can even hold your concert. So like there
How
were
does it work, the concert thing?
so it's a game. Just imagine you're playing a game. So you are actually entering into a game, and then there's this artist that's holding a concert, and in order to enter, in his avatar, you know, and then in order to enter the concert, you have to pay him in cryptocurrency.
Okay, is the music good?
I don't know. I never listened. I wouldn't pay for it for now.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So I guess it's a whole new world.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, it's
Yeah.
a whole new world. Yeah, but that's it. Okay, we wanna just for everyone who is listening in, that it is cool. It is a new thing. It is trendy, and it's been in the news like really, really quite a bit.
Yeah,
in
every other
recent
day,
years.
I would say.
And there are some crazy crazy things in cryptocurrency, the crypto world. But same thing as what we kind of want to tell everybody is like we did talk about the pros.
Yeah.
You know, things that are awesome. But also cons and things to take note,
Yes.
and especially it's a new thing.
Yeah.
So everyone who is interested in cryptocurrency, we hope today, like whatever we talked about, help you to go like, wow, okay, you get a little idea of what it is, and maybe go and explore more.
Yeah.
But definitely, please
do your due diligence. It's
yes,
super
yes.
important. So I think before you buy into any cryptocurrency, make sure you read the white paper.
Yes, don't be reckless.
Yeah,
don't buy into hype. Don't
into,
FOMO.
Yeah, and don't just follow someone tweet. They just say, "Oh, I just bought this," and then because it's an influencer, and then you just decide to jump onto the bandwagon, because a lot of times these influencers are actually paid.
Oh.
Yeah, it falls under their marketing fee where they give out free tokens to influencers, which is
which I'm not sure. Is it ethical too? What? Okay.
But anyway, the world is that in that crypto world, it's a utopian world, so to speak. It's not governed by any bodies. Anybody can be anything. I guess that's the whole compelling idea about crypto.
Yes, so just be careful. Do your research, do your diligence.
Yes.
And be safe. Yes.
Yeah.
And invest wisely.
Yes. Don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I guess that's all with our interesting conversation about crypto and with my best friend. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.